Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Heroes on the private servers. We are still on the Everlasting server, the unofficial roleplay server for the Homecoming group of servers. And our character, Silver Phoenix, is 16th level with 58,000 experience and over 800,000 influence, which, if you remember right, is the mark I wanted to get to. That's enough, should be enough to buy a full set of single origin enhancers. We may do some invention trainers, as I call them, the sort of generic invention enhancements, 2 at level 22 for the level 25 enhancements. We'll see when we get there. We've got about 6 levels to go. There's some chat going on in my supergroup here, so the server's been experiencing some problems today, and people are talking about how their powers are getting stuck and not recycling. And apparently one way to fix it is doing something that I haven't done yet, so I would like to see if we can go ahead and do this. I thought... Alright. So, supposedly there is a way to change your build. And so it looks like this is the way to do it. Active build 1 at level 16 and select build 2. So you can make a separate build for your character that has different options, including, for example, different sets of enhancements. So we could have one build that's set up to do a lot of damage, and we could have another build that's set up to do like reduced endurance or something like that. So I probably wouldn't care about this. I don't intend to do a whole lot differently with the second build, but supposedly the way to fix the bug that's going on tonight, which is that powers are stuck in permanent cooldown, is to switch builds, right? So we can select build 2, and then we confirm build 2, and now we're level 1, right? And then we have to train up build number 2. So we train to a new level of power, train up to the next level, so Thunder Kick, right? And then we train up to the next level, and focus fighting, right? And then we train up again, and Storm Kick, right? And then we train up again, and we put enhancement slots, right? And so it's important that we do it in the right order, because if we get sidekick, reverse sidekick, sort of exemplar down, we want to make sure that we have the right powers in. So we have access to new power sets. Let's do Agile, that's what we did the last time. Then we train up to the next level. We do that, right? Train up to the next level. And this time we get in Leaping Pool. See, now this is where we could switch and do Flight if we wanted, right? But we're going to take Combat Jump. I don't intend to do a lot that's different with the power set, right? What I want to do is... Where's Sprint? Here we go. What I want to do is just have the ability to switch builds so that if we get caught with the bug, I can try to fix it. So we get 2 more slots available. We're going to finish Agile and go Thunder Kick, right? And then we go up to the next level, and we get Crane Kick, right there. And then we go up to the next level, and we get a slot and a slot, right? And then we train up to the next level, and we get Practice Brawler, which I got right away, right? We put that here, and we train up to the next level, and we get a slot and a slot, right? And we're now level 12. Train again, and we get Focus Senses, alright, and then we train up again, and we get 2 slots, and we do... What did I do here? I don't remember. I did Crane Kick and Focus Fighting, I believe, right? So this is finished and this is finished. Now we can start working on Focus Senses and so forth. Then we train up to a new level, and now we are 14th level, right? I believe. Right? Let me just check this. You have 14th level, so now it's Super Jump. And there we go. And Super Jump. Now it goes here. And then train up to a new level, and we get 2 slots. This is 15th level, right? So we did Thunder Kick and Focus Senses, I think, right? And then our last level will be 16th level. And now the difference I'm going to do here is I'm going to do Focus Chi instead of Cobra Strike. and we'll see how that works. Alright, and away I go. So now we have Focus Chi, and what Focus Chi does, whoops, is Focus Chi adds plus 20% to hit for 10 seconds and plus 100% damage. So it doubles our damage, and it acts like sort of like one of these inspirations. These are well, actually 3 of these inspirations, because these are only plus 7%. They really nerfed this stuff. This used to be plus, I'm pretty sure this used to be plus 25% to hit, plus 25% damage, and plus 25% defense years ago. But anyway, so this is really nice. And we're not going to have Cobra Strike, and somebody buffed me with stuff. Deflection Shield, I don't know what else is going on here, but so somebody buffed me, but the idea is that if we end up with a problem where these things are not recycling, I can come back to the trainer and switch builds, and it'll swap out Focus Chi for Cobra Strike, but it won't do much else. Now, one of the things that we have to worry about here is these things don't have any enhancements, right? So you'd have to re-enhance them. So again, the main reason I'm doing this is just to do the failsafe for is just to do a failsafe so that we can select build 1, and we'll confirm it, and this switches, and now all of our powers are going to recharge. They're recharging correctly, so let's hope that that sticks. Okay, and so your trays get changed too, and it should remember where everything was in my trays. So let's hope that works. How do you even get to Pocket D? There's a van in Kings Row, that's where I go. There's a portal right there that gets you to our base. I don't remember where the other ones are. Oh, nice. So I don't know what these guys are up to. But let's try some missions and see if this stuff works or if we're having problems. So we need to go to Lou's shop. If we remember what was going on, let's get out of all the spam. If we remember what was going on before, we were in the Clockwork Arc. Where is that? Here. And Lou was a mechanic that they kidnapped, and they also kidnapped his family. So we saved Lou, but not his family. So now we gotta go save his family. Or see if we can find his family. Whoops. Oh, by the way, you can jump on water too, which is really cool. Isn't that neat? So water doesn't bother you. You can just jump right on it. Super jump is, I'm going to say this over and over again, my favorite power. Okay, so we're going to turn on combat jump. Focus fighting, focus senses. Should be okay. Whoops, wrong thing. We are... Whoops, I am spaz tonight. Options. And we are not earning XP. Okay, so we will not earn XP this mission, and we will earn it in the next mission. Okay, so let's see how this works. The map server's been giving them problems, which is why this stuff wasn't rebooting, like recycling. And if you remember right, we were having trouble in one of the other missions where things were saying they were recycled, but they weren't. So we'll just see what happens with this. Again, if we have a problem, we can try switching builds and then switch back, and supposedly it resets everything. But hopefully we won't have to do that, because the only way I know how to do that is go back to Miss Liberty. Okay, so I saw a Clockwork minion entering the shop. Alright, so this is going to be Lou's shop. So it's a warehouse, but it should look different because this is his mechanic shop. So let's see what they've done to decorate it. The developers, I mean. And of course, this is an original story arc, so whatever decorations we have in here are probably from the original version of the game. Alright. Now this. Yeah, so these guys are obviously way easier, even though, you know, they are blue, but even so, they're way easier than Vajalox. There's just simply no question. And this is the kind of thing, if you know exactly who gives what missions, you might want to do something like, let's take this arc before the Vajjalok, so that you have more weapons like Cobra Strike at your disposal when the time comes to deal with the Vajjaloks. Unfortunately, with the Clockworks, not only do they drain your endurance, but because they both have pretty equal ranged and melee, they both punch and shoot, it's really hard to fight them with just one of your toggles on. So we got an enhancement. Oh, and I should have sold these other ones. Okay. I don't know which way to go here, so we'll just pick a random direction. Okay, so this takes this guy out. Oh, didn't take him out. Yeah, I hate to miss. It's one of the reasons I definitely go for accuracy enhancements and, of course, focus chi. See, that's a huge amount of endurance to miss with. It just burns endurance, and for no return because you missed. Notice, though, I'm not using Brawl much. Between Thunder Kick, Crane Kick, Storm Kick, and Cobra Strike, I have pretty good ability to cycle these 4 martial arts attacks. Oh my gosh. I have a 90% chance to hit. Yeah, bull. I'm hitting like 60% of the time. Another miss. That's got to be 3 out of... Another miss. That's got to be like 4 out of 10 at least. I don't even think I'm averaging the default 75% to hit, let alone with my accuracy enhancers on my powers. Jeez. Look, I know it's just random guys, obviously. I'm going to hit a bunch of times in a row to make up for it, essentially. But... and that's one of the reasons the endurance gets sucked down. If you have to swing 4 more times to beat these guys, it's almost equivalent to fighting the Vajjaloks, where they have resistance. Except the resistance is just your bad luck in hitting them, or missing them, let's put it that way. So we're only getting influence now, we're not getting any experience, which is fine. At this point, I absolutely do not need the influence. Sorry, I'm keeping an eye on my supergroup chat. I do not need the influence, but I don't want to outlevel my story arcs. So we're still worrying about that. And as I said, even trying not to outlevel them, I've outleveled all of the hollows already, I believe. And I've probably outleveled a couple of other ones too. Like twin shots, I know I've outleveled. Okay, that's nice. 3 shot, 3 hits and gone. Now this guy's a lieutenant, so that's why he's yellow. These guys take so much damage from my attacks that they're basically helpless. So all this is check out loot shop, so I don't know what we have to do in here, so I gotta wander around the whole thing. Okay. Oh, I just ran out of endurance. Alright, time to rest. And I'm going to look at this supergroup spam here. So let's see. I'm not a huge fan of random bar RP. I agree with Armored Lady. If I wanted that, I'd play a mush. It's alright, I can't seem to get into the tavern roleplay in this game. I mean, I just can't imagine standing right next to an Arachno soldier enjoying a bloody Caesar. And Pocket D is, for lack of a better term, a bleep show lately. Mush, extremely packed and hard to keep up with the scroll. Props to anyone who can. Random RP is nice for just the more chill moments of roleplay, yeah, and so on. Alright, And a mush, for those who don't know what a mush is, mush, mud, mucks, these are all about the same thing. Multi-user dungeon, multi-user shared hallucination for mush. And they were text-based role-playing games back in the 90s that you played on very primitive, like, dial-up internet. I played one and I actually ran one for a long time. I played several and ran one. Okay, so we've been all through here. Let's see if there's anything going on these other channels. Doesn't look like it. Alright, so we are going along pretty well here. There's really no chance of any problem. You can see a huge difference with the Vajalox. My health bar is barely moving. Right, the main thing that's happening is I'm sucking wind on endurance. And I didn't even have my toggles up. And I wasn't getting pounded too bad. But I'm running out of endurance because of all the draining they do of you. Okay, let's turn the toggles back on. So whatever we're looking for is over here, it appears. I'm not going to bother pulling these guys. Cobra Strike him. Okay, everything seems to be recharging alright, so that's good. I was a little worried about this, but it seems fine. And then got this. Okay. Alright, so it wants us to go this way. Let's open the door. And there's some cogs over here. I don't see any bosses yet. I bet there will be one, though. My recollection of this arc is that there's some sort of a boss like Howitzer in every mission. There's a lieutenant, Cannon Knight. Get some endurance. I'm not bothering with practice brawler because these guys don't really stun or dizzy or any of that. I'm going to say in the chat here, I have a friend. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm watching their chat, but let's finish this. Let's go ahead and do this mission. I'll worry about chatting with them later. Okay. And here we go. You can see just 3 hits and they're out. Way better than Vajalox. Cannon Knight there. I'm going to take this so I have room for another blue if I find one. Alright, good knockback. And hopefully the Cobra Strike will stun and did huge damage. Oh, he's still alive. And that's the end of him. And then these guys, you know, we're heroes and we don't kill, but we can destroy these. They're just robots. Right? They're not, like, living things. They're not organic. Okay. Alright, let's see what's up here. Not sure what we're going to find in this area. There's a Cannon Knight. Let's take the Oscillator out first. It doesn't really matter with these guys because they're so weak compared to something like Vajalox. As you can see in this whole mission, I don't think my health bar has gone below half. My endurance bar sure has. But not my health bar. So we got some enhancements. These are all science. We do not need. So, what are we missing here? I don't see anything. I don't hear any glowies. I don't see any bad guys. Alright. Alright, so these guys are up here. I don't know why it told me to go here when there's nothing over there. That's weird. Okay. So, alright, this looks like a standard warehouse. They haven't really decorated it to be Lou's shop. I could have sworn there was like mechanic stuff in here. Oh, there's the wife. Right there. Nice crit. That was awesome. Almost one-shotted him. And so this is going to rescue the wife, I think. Come on. Alright. Thank you for rescuing me. Please tell me, is my husband safe? Yes, he is safe. Got an enhancement. Or salvage, maybe? Oh, okay, yeah, this is it. This is what I remembered. So you can see the little cars and the tires. So I've taken this warehouse and just redecorated it to make it look like a mechanic shop. And there's the boss, Crackhammer. Okay, no problem. See, is there anybody over there? Nope. Too bad you can't like pick up the tires and throw it at them. Now, that is one thing that I do like about Champions Online. One of the few compared to this game. I like this game a billion times better, but I do like that you can pick stuff up and throw it in Champions Online. Okay. Cannon Knight. And he's white to us, because even though he's a lieutenant, he's one level below. And he's stunned, that's great. That reduces his DPS. And now, the Oscillator. And he's finished. We gotta rest now. I love this tip. I don't know what that means. Alright. A little bit more. Get that endurance back. There we go. And we're going to take this guy out so that he doesn't bother us. Anybody else? Just this guy. Alright, buddy. You and me. Just trying to get to a spot with a better angle for the camera. I knocked him over too, great. And this should finish him, and it does, with a crit. And then we're gonna have the little gears come out. Basically one or two shot them. Just like a little annoyance. Check out Lou's shop. Well, what else are we supposed to find here? Maybe, like, was his daughter kidnapped? Like, was a daughter somewhere? Or a son, or whoever it was? I don't see anything else. What did I miss, guys? What did I miss? I don't know. Did I miss something over here? No. I don't know. We don't have any clues. I don't see anything. This is weird. This is very strange. Did something not spawn? I wonder if this has to do with the server issues. Instead of my recharges getting screwed up, something that was supposed to spawn didn't spawn. I honestly do not know what am I supposed to do. It doesn't even tell you. It just says check out Lou's shop. I don't see anything. I mean, how many times am I going to go through this? I do not see anything. No glowies. I don't hear any glowies. I don't see any glowies. I don't see any bad guys. Something didn't spawn. Apparently. I mean, like, why is this here? What is this? Like, it does nothing. It means nothing. It's just a doorway. I thought I heard a clockwork. Down here. I hear one. There he is. That's it. We gotta save this guy. Alright. Wow, went right past him like, what, 3 times? There we go. And we saved his daughter. Reward merits. That may mean we're at the end of the arc. I don't know. We have 99. Alright. Exit to Atlas Park. Alright, so our mission is complete. We're going to call Athena Curry. And that is apparently the end of the story arc. The Clockwork Captive. Lou called. He and his wife and kid are back home with him, and he's eternally grateful to you, Silver Phoenix. I'm proud of the work you did. You did a great thing today. And so if we go to our clues, to our souvenirs, we now have an etched clockwork piece. So there's another clockwork story called The Clockwork King, but I think that doesn't happen till 21 or something. I'm not really sure. Okay, so we're done with Athena Curry. I wonder if this guy, he can introduce me to a new contact. Okay, Jake Montoya, I remember him. I don't remember who he works with, and this guy. And he can introduce me to a new contact. Pavel Garnier. And that's it. Okay. And I'm not going to do Eagle Eye. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 contacts. Seaborn, Denson, Montoya, Parker, and Garnier. 1, 2, 3. 3 Skyways and 2 Steel Canyons. I think I'm going to stick with Steel Canyon for now. And then we'll move on to the other stuff. But I think I'm going to cut this here and do some chatting with the supergroup, which you guys probably don't want to watch. And I'll be back for the next episode when the time is right. See you later.